Alright, YouTube, we'll run my first fish update here on the first of the year at the new house with everything all rearranged and set up. Things are still kind of scattered, but I'm going to get some things straightened out here. So what we're looking at is a 55 that was in my daughter's room with some umbi grow outs here. And they're starting to look pretty good. They're starting to show some freckles and constantly hungry. But yeah, I took a bunch out of here. I probably took half out of here and spread them around as dithers other places and try and lessen the load on this bio-load on this tank. And they're starting to knock each other off pretty steadily. So give them some room, spread them around, and give it some time to see what happens. Really some good looking little guys in here. A lot of freckles up high. So curious to see what comes out of here. It's been fun. These are babies from Flex and Abigail, which are Magnus Beast and Loki. Magnus and Beast male and a Loki female. Yeah, so these guys are doing real good. Yeah, I gotta get back here a little ways. I got a rack with a 55, a 55, and a 40. I have the water change, the hydro over here in the corner, which is all still running 3/4 inch, but I got some really huge pumps on here. I got some DC 30,000s, which are running like 7,900 gallons per hour, but running all 3/4 inch lines. So I think I'm getting here at the 240, I'm probably getting about 700 gallons an hour transfer. And then at the tanks in the house, maybe 400 gallons an hour, which makes a quick water change still. I pretty much eliminated the RO water and just running straight tap through the dual carbon and sediment, and the fish seem to actually like the water better here. And it's very similar to what was at my house, other than the pH is lower. At my old house it was like 8.4, and here it's like 7.8. So that was one main reason I was using the RO, was to get the pH down. And so it all seems to be working out great, and doing less RO is less of a hassle. So anyways, we got the 55 with the umbies, and I got another 55 in here with what's left of the Dovi from Billy Jack Canfield. I have one really good looking male left in here still. He's hiding in the tube, of course. He was out just a minute ago, but he's really good looking, big hump on his head, a lot of blue. But he is kind of my leftover male. And then I have, I don't know, about 10 other ones that I think mostly are females and maybe some subdominant males. But we got this guy and his brother, which I'll get to here in a few minutes. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. I probably will be looking to pass him on at some point, but history shows I should hold on to some of my fish. I got a bunch of here he is. I got a bunch of Dovi from Mike, and I should have kept more than I let go, because if I had kept the female, I would have a female for this guy that was unrelated, and then I would think people that are much more interested in an unrelated pair than just a male. But either way, I'm just learning to take my time, and we'll see. You know, don't rush, but we can get in on this guy. He's really good looking. A lot of blue, big teeth, big hump on his head, very dominant fish. Really good looking guy, a lot of attitude. Very beautiful fish. And we have a few other ones in here that are either females or runt males, but yeah, he's a super good looking guy. Get on and see those teeth he's got going already. And I would say he's probably only 4 or 5 inches long. The other doe I had before were not showing any traits like this at 4 or 5 inches, so it seems they got a pretty good specimen here. But yeah, and you can see what average doe looks like. Big difference. Big difference between that fish and that fish. And the brother I have, it looks even better, which we'll get to here. So anyways, that's what's going on with that 55, and I got a little 40 up here that's just kind of sitting idle with some leftover Dovi and a Feste that's in here. Again, kind of your standard Dovi, as opposed to not so standard. So we'll see what we're gonna do here. Slow, steady as we go here. So anyways, that's my new little rack I got going here. 55, 55, and a 40 Hydra, and then we got the 240 here. And what we got on the right is the female from Mike Mann that I've had. And the other little male that I was just talking about, the brother to the one I was just showing you. This little guy is just extremely good looking fish. Big hump, big teeth, a lot of blue, not shy. And the female is a beautiful female too, nice hump on her and nice greenish yellow. And they're getting along good, kind of doing the dance, and I think it's going to work out great. So I got a nice unrelated pair that are both F1 Nicaraguan Dovi. So thank you, Billy Jack Canfield, and thank you, Mr. Michael Mann. Really excited to see what comes of this guy here. Yeah, he's doing the dance, and she is responding pretty well. He has just proceeded to thrash everybody else except for her, and she's been in here now 3 days. And I'll give you an example of his behavior towards other fish. This is generally what they end up like, which is just in the corner and thrashed. So I'm going to try and get this guy out of here, and at least get him out of the misery. But this was a female that he had taken to at one point, and then decided, nah, not enough, not good enough. So yeah, super stoked about this little guy. He's going to be a stunner. And hopefully they continue to get along as well as they have. And yeah, I'm stoked. This will end up being their tank all alone. But for now, I got some little lumbies over here, and I got the bigger male Dovi that I got from Mike Mann that was my big keeper, but I think he's being replaced, and he's a little upset with me. Apparently, you can see. Yeah, he's been kind of hiding and moping. I basically yanked him out of his tank and stole his girlfriend from him, and I think he'll be fine. But he's not very happy at this point. So, anyways, that's what's going on here in the garage. See if I can back up here. Got the 240 and the water change in the corner. My little rack. I think I may move this rack down to here. And I got a line on a nice 210 that I'm going to put on the top. I'm going to build a rack and put a 210 and a 180, I think. And then that may be the extent of my fish tank keeping. I got 7 tanks now. So we may cut it short at 9. My wife's probably thinking I should just cut it short at what I got, but I may have a couple more left in me. I'll tell you, the water change machine is just a horrendous help. You know, I cleaned all these tanks today in about 2 hours. Gravel vacuumed them, rearranged them, and that thing is just a monster, especially with the new pumps on it. It's awesome. Yep. So anyways, we won't get too far into that. I'm going here in the house, and I'm going to pause the video. I'm not giving a full tour of my house, but we'll go over to the next tank. So here we skipped the dining room tank because they're hiding. I'm hoping I come back and they're out. So this is the living room tank. This is the 125 that used to be in my bedroom, and I put it in the living room. And so this is sitting on the couch, and above it's the TV. You can see the reflection of the Christmas tree behind me. So a cool little spot for it. You can't really see because all the lights are off, but there's a nook right here where the TV fits and the stand. So anyways, what we got going on here is the Feste I got from Conway, and I put a few umbies in here just to break up the aggression. But I got this tank all squared away and decorated today, which I'm real happy with. It's a nice centerpiece in my living room, and oh, look at that, my L200 Placostomus is out. So I got the L200 in there, and I got a couple of common plecos in there, which I may get out. But yeah, look at that guy. He's out running around. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's really hard to get a shot of. We got a couple big commons in there, and we got the Feste running around, which is nice. So they're starting to color up pretty nice. And you can see I got a few little umbies running around here just as dithers, just kind of distractions. So Feste really haven't had too much aggression, but from what I hear, that's probably going to come to an end rather soon. So I have 13 of them in here, and one loner out in the garage, and maybe a dozen little baby umbies in here running around. But yeah, it was fun escaping this, and again, the water change That's the water change spout in there. And I'm probably not going to have enough light in here to show you. Maybe. We'll try it. We'll give it a shot here and see. So underneath, you can see I have one pipe coming in through the wall, 1 3/4 inch. And then it splits off to the one that goes into the tank, and I have it valved there. So when I do water changes, I just turn on the machine outside and dump that valve, and it sucks the water out. When I'm done, I go turn another valve and it fills it back up. And then I have it teed off to a vacuum where there's a hose, and I just put my vacuum on the end of that, and I got about an 8 or 10 foot hose where I can just vacuum all the gravel, which I did today, and it literally took me 10 minutes to gravel back this whole thing. And then about 8 minutes to fill it back up. Gravel backed it down 60-70%, and then it takes about 8 minutes to fill it back up. So helps a lot, enabling me to keep more tanks and keep them as clean as they should be kept. Yep. So we'll pause here and go to the next tank. We just got a slight peek of him. Everybody's pretty skittish from the move, getting yanked out of their tanks and moved around. So you can see Dottie's back there poking around, and Jumper just went and hid in his castle. They're taking quite a while. It's been 2 weeks, and they're doing really good. They're just still kind of skittish from being moved around. I really hate moving fish because that happens for a couple weeks, sometimes a month. They'll be real skittish. But see if we can get a picture of Dottie here. She's back there digging around. I think they're going to spawn again. But yeah, they're pretty traumatized by the move. I had to yank these guys out of their tank and throw them in a bucket and drag them over. So they're punishing me by not coming out very often. So, but yeah, this tank's doing good. These fish are doing good. And I'll pause it. I'll try and sneak back out here and get a picture of Jumper because he's looking really good. We'll try and come back. So this is laying in bed here, the 180 in the bedroom. I haven't really had a chance to escape this. I just threw everything in here, and it's kind of same setup, laying in bed. My TV's hanging up there above it. You probably can't see it because it's dark, but Flex is definitely got some effect from the darker substrate and stuff. He's really dark. He's not as blue as Jumper, but getting more blue, and his fins have all turned like a real nice purple, and he's looking real good. To see if we can get up on him. And again, the female's been really skittish. This is actually a little Dovi I threw in here because I was tripping moving over here, and I figured I'll throw a couple Dovi in here for a day or so and make sure the water's safe before I move my best fish in here. This was the first tank I moved, and I was really worried about losing these guys, so I put the Dovi in there for a few days and they were fine, and then I moved my buddy here over, and yeah, he's doing really well, really beautiful. He's even a little shy, but not as near as bad as anybody else. And you can see Abigail's in there. She's been really shy since the move. She's been hiding a lot. So, you know, hopefully they'll get over that here shortly and come back out. Normally she'd be at the glass biting at me, and he would be the same, but they're all kind of leery. Probably, understandably, they're afraid I'm going to reach in there and snatch him out again. But Flex is always game for a little sparring here. See if I can get him to come out here in the light where you can see his colors a little better. Let's see here. Come on, bud. Here we go. Yeah, he's definitely darkened up some, and I don't know if the camera's picking up the purple in his fins or not, but you sure see it. I can see it. Yeah, he's getting pretty good size. He's probably getting close to a foot long now, maybe 11 inches. But, yeah, I'm really surprised. There's 2 Dovi in here, and they've been in here with him for 2 weeks, and I can't believe it. He chases them, but he can't catch up with them or something. But if you can see the purple coming into his fins now, but you know, I noticed with Umby sometimes they turn it up, sometimes they turn it down, and Some nights you come in and he's just on fire, and he's just total royal purple. Yeah, he's doing real good. His trailers didn't get damaged or any of that in the move, and yeah, and so we got him in a little bit bigger tank. Should last him a while. Come on out here, young lady. There she is. Yep, doing good. I will pause it here and see if we can get a glimpse of Jumper before we shut down the video here. Alright, try and get him before he hides. That's all you guys are going to get. He's not into it. Here's a little bit of Dottie, huh? Come on, Mama. Let me get a shot at you. She's doing good. He thrashed her pretty good. Getting moved in here. She got a big chunk out of her tail missing, but I think she's going to be fine. Yeah, these two are tripping pretty good. So I guess it's a high traffic area and a lot going on out here. So I'll pause it one more time and sit here for a minute and see if I can get them to come out here. Well, we might get a little bit of her. See if I can take advantage of that while she's going to let me. Nope. There she goes. Alright, we're just going to get what we got to get here because the phone's going to die. He might let me get up on him now. But yeah, he's doing real good. Just screaming blue and... yeah, I don't get why his blue is so blue and Flex's is not. But he is just a ridiculous kind of blue. He does not have the size nor the attitude that Flex does, but the blue on him is just screaming. Yep, everybody's doing real well. Everybody made it in the move. Save a few hundred little babies, which a lot of them actually made it and then got wiped out by the parents afterwards. And look at that. Yeah, good shot we got there. Patience pays off, huh? Well, thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody at Aquatic Support Community. Thanks Conway, Mike, Brian, Justin, Dottie, Brandon. I should be getting some new fish in here from Brandon if we can figure out the shipping thing coming from his end, which I know it's daunting because I went through it and it's tough and it's not cheap and it's time consuming. But hopefully I'll have some fish here. I'm looking at maybe some Trimax and some Odos, and got some room now, plus I'm going to make some more room, so we'll see. Hopefully next month I have some new fish to show you. But for now, the fish I got are doing real well, and they wouldn't be doing that well without Aquatic Support Community. So if you haven't been there, go check it out. they're good people that teach the hobby the way they should be taught. So thanks again, everybody, and thank you for watching if you are. Have a happy new year.